Hello, everyone, and welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, home of the Bayou Bengals and the stadium called Death Valley since the late 50s. This isn't your run-of-the-mill matchup. You get a couple of powerhouses, both ranked in the top 10, and statements can be made in this one. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Welcome, everyone, to Beaver Stadium, nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions and one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. But this isn't any regular matchup. It's a battle of top 10s, a couple of forces meeting head-to-head where one team will try to make a resonating statement. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 3rd-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. First down here for the offense. Looking for space, it's Singleton. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, running back on the move. At the 40, there he goes. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys.
Got a lot of running room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw. It's Aller. The ball's free. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
Timeout, LSU.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. They're bringing heat. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Hey, man, if we're going to show up here and play this game, we're not kicking field goals early. We didn't come here to just lay up. They drive the field. They get it down 4th and goal. Field goal would have been easy. Head coach decides to go for it. The offense pays off the decision with a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's past the 30, and he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. The Tigers headed quickly to the line.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Looking for his man. He's got it. He's in open space downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing the
open runway ahead. At the 20. Touchdown, Penn State! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
In the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Eagles will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He's going to take off. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Scanning the field, it's Allard. Looking down the middle. Connection to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Great spot to attack there. Right off the turnover, try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Penn State 15, LSU.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. On second down, he's looking downfield. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on 4th down. From the gun. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
I mean, 4th and goal, and what does he do? He makes plays. This is why quarterbacks, this kind of athletic ability, are so hard to stop. Big-time money down on 4th down, and the quarterback makes the play.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. playbook here on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
On the run, it's Durham. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
They'll run play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Unloads to the right. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man, and some of it's... I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, 2 former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that, too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This...
Into double coverage, and he picked it off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. Still on his feet. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Penn State! Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these 2 teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. From the gun. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, LSU! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
First and 10.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing.
Just steamrolling his way through. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Back to pass, it's Aller. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the ball is intercepted. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
Trying to find his man on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Snagged in the middle. It's Taylor. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He wants to throw. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Catch in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Jumped on top of the pile. A lot of time left to line up for an onside kick. I mean, you're risking giving up really good field position. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the 2nd quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense could do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Fires to the right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To the air, it's Aller coming after it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They are perfect on fourth down so far in the first half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for the end zone. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. He's going to pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this stuff.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. They intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going up top on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. That's caught. It's Wallace. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio.
With the score, Penn State 28, LSU 19.
The Nittany Lions will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game. Lets it fly. Brings it down on the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
That's a really nice catch there, and I know LSU goes by the moniker of DBU, but you take a look at all the draft recent years, and with this guy and his talent, they may be getting consideration soon of joining teams like Alabama and Ohio State for wide receiver U. This guy is really good.
Comes out throwing on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken them some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
Fires left. And they're not on the same page there.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He'll just keep slinging it. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's got it, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Grabbed on the outside, it's Lacy. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Looking for room, it's Durham. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. LSU quick to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. This crowd knows when to bring it. Trying to bully their way in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They'll line up to go for 2. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they trail by only 1. This is really aggressive here. Still just a 1-possession game in the 3rd quarter, and they're going for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take a deep shot here. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
And that's an incompletion, and really poor accuracy by the quarterback there. When you're throwing the ball down the field, you don't need to make it perfect, but you do got to put it somewhere around your receiver. You got to give him an opportunity to go up and make a play for it.
Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Getting some heat. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Defense in that situation just has to know to stay in their lanes. You know, it's hard enough to get this guy down on the ground, but you just can't let him escape. You got to build the fence. You got to build the cage. Keep him in the pocket. And that time, he was just able to use his athleticism to get outside and go pick up the first down.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And the ball's on the ground. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. Turns it on down the left side. The 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble.
And great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. They get it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Off play action on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Allen. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him.
And they got him for the sack. Second down now after the sack.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Quarterback extends the play. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Looking for a huge play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, LSU 35, Penn State 28.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Wants to throw. It's Allard. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. You got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Now adjusting. He's going to run it. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw, feeling some heat. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Release to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Singleton. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Mistakes are going to happen. happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. They'll go to the ground. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. He'll try to do it himself. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! They've got the lead here in the fourth. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. He makes the connection. Turns it on at midfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
And he's got it inside the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Huge moment coming here as they try to punch it in and quiet this crazy, raucous crowd. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Durham. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pass.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. They're trying to get to him. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up fourth down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on fourth down. Got his man. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that fourth down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
Is ahead, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
Massive score, now massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. He's got it. They convert the 2, and they take the lead here in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. It's caught downfield. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. The line of scrimmage is the 34. That means a 51-yard field goal attempt with a chance to win the game. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this to take the lead, and it's getting late. Needed a little more rotational power to bang that one through the uprights, and he couldn't quite get it there. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, and now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. From the gun, running back gets to give. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive runs.
Power football with the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, he's having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Going up top. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th.
They snap it to the up end. He'll try to run for it. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
I love the aggressive nature by the head coach, trying to reach into the bag of tricks on a fake punt, but the defense was expecting it. We've got a change of possession.
The offense set for a 1st down play. He'll keep it himself. Got the 1st down, looking for more. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The sure hands, it's Haynes. At 20, he's got space. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Alabama pushing the tempo. Leaves it with the back.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And off from the shotgun. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. Moving away from pressure. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Great anticipation by the defense here. This offense has shown in recent games, 3rd and 1 short yardage situations, they'll try to fool you. They'll try to throw the football. Defense not caught off guard. They dial up the blitz and they get the sack.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. It was closed down by the short yardage touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Texas offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas.
Touchdown.
When he let that go ahead and signal touchdown. He knew it was 6.
And most of the time you hear about those 50-50 balls out wide. Nowadays, with these guys that are so big and strong and so good at going and getting the ball, it's more like 80-20. And you can see just so hard to defend the fade route.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick strike offense on that replay scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 14, Texas 7.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Trying play action. Unloads it left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Well, jet sweep pass. Looking for room at the 30. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers to football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Here's what I think. Offense is about finesse. It's about, shifts and motions. When you get to be in the goal line area and the field starts to shrink, you better be able to punch somebody in the mouth and get positive yards.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama! Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Now improvising. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back? What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Haynes. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downfield anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Throws to the tight end. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And another interception for the Crimson Tide. And Bama has a few ball hawks in this secondary. You might be putting old Hootie Ingram in the sights for his single-season interception record with 10.
Yeah, and it's hard to find DBs that are going to catch the ball consistently. When you get 1, it's a nice day. But when you get 2, it's a great day.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Oh, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too, before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown tie.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too. Get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And the extra point splits the upright. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. Knocked out of bounds at the 43, but an outstanding return there. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel looking deep down the right side. Snags it inside the 20, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae. Making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
Texas, 14.
Coming out with it, it's Henderson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now this offense is back on the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. After that last completion, it's second down. To the air, it's Milroe. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
The throw. Fires to the big fella. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. trying to take it back. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
I'll tell you what, safeties in today's football now, it changes, right? You used to be big hitters that spin down all the time and have to play the run. Now with so much pass, so much spread, you better be able to cover. You better be able to have some speed. Great job sitting back in zone coverage, breaking on the football, and going and getting that INT.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The back goes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. He's taking the shot. Makes the catch on the left. Oh, look out! He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Here's the return from inside his 10. Slips through the line. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. Just about set for the second half kickoff. And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tide offense rolls onto the field. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd down, the jet sweep as they try to move the chains. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And to stop the jet sweep, you've got to be great at containing. You have to have players in the perimeter of your defense funnel the football and force it to go back inside. That time, that defense was not allowing that receiver to get outside.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Finds his man. It's Miller. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
He's being a little reckless with that football. Threw the interception last time and almost threw another one here.
Golly, you, that's back-to-back drives. You got to have your quarterback making smart decisions. You can't turn the football over. He's got to get those cobwebs out of his head, start dialing it in.
And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. And the ball is picked off. And is slipped out. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That
hit, and it's a fumble after that huge gain. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Tight end finds a soft spot. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes that Alabama offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Open space at the 25. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bama! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession.
He's loose. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Longhorns!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Caught in the backfield. It's Blue. He makes his way into the end zone for the 2, and now they trail by just 13. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. And here's the return. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Alabama quickly back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Quick strike complete. Still running at the 40. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Miller with the ball. Big juke to get past. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's going to fire deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Alabama 43, Texas 30.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's going up top. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Alabama!
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Dropping back, it's Milroe. Dances away. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Smashes through the tackle. Makes a move. Gets it all the way out to the 42. What a nice job on that return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit.
And he